Hello Dub Nation, it's always a thrill to connect with you, especially as we're about to reveal the latest news that could shape the fate of our beloved Golden State Warriors. But before we dive into this whirlwind of information, let me make a friendly request. Show us some love by clicking the like button to strengthen our bond, and hey, if you are not subscribed yet, join our channel for a thrilling and emotional journey. Don't forget to turn on notifications to stay ahead of the game.
Emerging winners of the Jimmy Butler trade, a young duo takes center stage. The young duo is absolutely on fire. The Golden State Warriors kicked off their post-All-Star schedule in stunning fashion on Friday night, overpowering the Sacramento Kings with a commanding 132-108 victory at the Golden One Center. After building momentum before halftime, the Warriors showcased their impressive form, now sitting at 4-1 since Jimmy Butler joined the team. While the spotlight has been largely on the star pairing of Butler and two-time MVP Stephen Curry, it's worth noting that the veteran duo didn't need to carry the scoring burden in this particular game. Butler's transformative effect. One of the standout aspects of Butler's arrival has been his incredible ability to elevate the performance of those around him. Andrew Wiggins is undeniably talented, but the 2022 All-Star never quite facilitated his teammates' success like Butler can with his exceptional playmaking skills. Among those benefiting the most from Butler's presence are the rising stars Brandon Podziemski and Moses Moody. Both players were finding their rhythm before the trade, but they've taken their games to new heights, making the Warriors a much more formidable force on the court. In the recent victories over the Kings, Podziemski and Moody, along with an improved Buddy Hield, were the undeniable highlights. Moody delivered a season-high 22 points, hitting 5 three-pointers and demonstrating his ability to attack closeouts and finish strong, shooting an impressive 8 of 11 from the field. Podziemski contributed 21 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists, finishing with a +21 rating in just 30 minutes of play. What's particularly exciting for Golden State is that this young duo isn't shying away from taking crucial shots, an essential quality as defenses continue to focus their attention on Curry and Butler, establishing their roles. Just 2 weeks ago, neither Podziemski nor Moody started in Butler's first game with the Warriors. However, they've quickly established themselves in a starting lineup that is beginning to take shape after a season filled with changes. Podziemski, in particular, has developed impressive chemistry with Butler. Out of the 161 minutes Butler has played with the Warriors so far, Podziemski has shared the court with him for 114 of those minutes. Together, they boast an outstanding +20.5 net rating during that time, ranking second on the team among any two-player combinations that have logged at least 100 minutes together this season. Meanwhile, Moody is evolving into the 3-and-D wing that Warriors fans have long envisioned. The 22-year-old ranks second on the team in three-point percentage, among players with at least 70 attempts, making his shooting even more crucial, especially since neither Butler nor Draymond Green poses a legitimate spacing threat. Looking to the future. Many fans see the Warriors as a seasoned trio featuring Curry, Butler, and Green, with Jonathan Kuminga as a potential breakout star. However, it's essential to recognize that if Podziemski and Moody can consistently perform at this level, they provide a fifth and sixth option that few teams in the league can boast. As the season progresses, the Warriors are not just aiming for playoff positioning, they are also showcasing the depth and talent of their roster. With the emergence of these young stars, the future is looking incredibly bright for Golden State. Building momentum for a championship run. As the Warriors continue to solidify their lineup, the combination of Butler's leadership and the rising talents of Podziemski and Moody could be pivotal in their quest for a championship. The synergy between the veterans and the younger players is crucial, especially as the playoffs approach. With each game, the chemistry on the court is becoming more palpable, creating a dynamic that could turn the Warriors into a serious threat in the postseason. The impact of Butler extends beyond individual performances. His presence has instilled a renewed sense of confidence in the team. Players are stepping up, embracing their roles, and pushing each other to perform at their best. This collective energy is reflected in the Warriors' recent performances, where teamwork and communication have been key to their success. Fan excitement and community support. The excitement among Warriors fans is palpable as they witness this transformation. The energy in the arena has shifted, with fans rallying behind not just the established stars but also the emerging young talent. Podziemski and Moody have become fan favorites, with their highlights drawing cheers and a sense of hope for the future. This grassroots support plays a crucial role in motivating the team, fueling their drive to excel. Moreover, the Warriors organization has recognized the importance of cultivating this young talent. There is a growing emphasis on development, with coaches dedicating time to help Podziemski and Moody refine their skills and expand their basketball IQ. This commitment to player development suggests that the franchise is not only focused on immediate success, but also on building a sustainable competitive team for years to come. Upcoming challenges and the road ahead. Looking ahead, the Warriors face a challenging schedule filled with tough opponents, which will test their depth and resilience. As they gear up for these matchups, the ability of Podziemski and Moody to perform under pressure will be vital. Their recent success has shown that they are not just role players. They can rise to the occasion and contribute significantly when it matters most. In addition, the integration of Butler into the Warriors system is still ongoing. As he continues to build rapport with his teammates, fans are eager to see how this will translate into playoff performance. The potential for Butler to take on a mentoring role for the younger players could enhance their growth and readiness for high-stakes games. The bigger picture. The Warriors are not just on the verge of a potential playoff run. They are redefining what it means to be a contender in today's NBA. The blend of veteran experience and youthful energy positions them uniquely in the league. As they navigate the rest of the season, the emergence of Podziemski and Moody alongside Butler and Curry could mark the beginning of a new era for Golden State, a team that balances legacy with fresh talent, poised to make waves in the postseason and beyond. As the excitement builds, one thing is clear: the Warriors are not just playing for today. They are laying the groundwork for a future filled with promise and potential, and fans are here for every moment of the journey. Firing back, Warriors shine in perfect post-All-Star showdown. Buddy Hield and the Golden State Warriors were absolutely on fire Friday night. Coming out of the All-Star break, the Warriors delivered a nearly flawless performance, comfortably defeating the Sacramento Kings 132-106 at the Golden One Center. After establishing a commanding lead with an explosive run at the start of the second quarter, the Warriors never looked back. This highly efficient display not only propelled them past the Kings, but also lifted them to 9th place in the Western Conference standings. Hield leads the charge against his former team. Buddy Hield found his rhythm against his old squad, lighting it up with 5 three-pointers on his way to a team-high 22 points. The veteran sharpshooter showcased his skills by shooting an impressive 8 of 11 from the floor and 5 of 8 from beyond the arc. Golden State's scoring was well distributed, demonstrating a cohesive team effort throughout the game. Matching Hield's standout performance was young forward Moses Moody, who also scored 22 points on 8 of 11 shooting, including 5 of 8 from deep. This marked a season best for the 22-year-old, who is hitting his stride, having scored in double figures in 14 of his last 16 games. Rookie Brandon Podziemski contributed as well, adding 21 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists. His improving shooting ability is a huge positive for the Warriors after a challenging start to the season. Curry's brilliance shines through. Speaking of shooting, Stephen Curry showcased his brilliance with a tough corner three-pointer in the fourth quarter. The two-time MVP took only 13 shots in the game as the Kings focused their defense on him, yet he still managed to put up 20 points and 6 assists, hitting 7 of 13 attempts and 4 of 9 from long range. Draymond Green controlled the pace of the game, racking up 8 rebounds and 9 assists. The Warriors excelled in the turnover battle, committing 9 fewer turnovers than their hosts and dominating the points-off turnover statistic with a staggering 38-5 advantage. Butler's impact continues. Jimmy Butler maintained his significant influence on the game, although he didn't need to carry the load alone as his teammates stepped up. The 6-time All-Star scored 17 points on just 10 shots, going a perfect 7 for 7 from the free throw line while also contributing 3 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 steals in under 32 minutes of play. Quinton Post made his mark as well, sinking several three-pointers in the second quarter to finish with 9 points and 5 rebounds in just under 14 minutes off the bench. Meanwhile, Kevin Knox too scored his first NBA points in over a year, hitting a 3 and making a beautiful layup in his debut for Golden State. With this victory, the Warriors improved to 29-27 on the season, setting the stage for a crucial matchup against the Dallas Mavericks at the Chase Center on Sunday. The momentum is building, and fans are eager to see if the Warriors can continue this impressive run as they eye playoff positioning. Warriors trade tactics fueling Suns' downfall. The Golden State Warriors have managed to create some disarray within the Phoenix Suns, who are currently in freefall, a situation that bodes well for the Warriors as they battle their Pacific Division rival for a playoff spot in the Western Conference. Thursday's defeat to the San Antonio Spurs, who were missing star Victor Wembanyama, marked the Suns' 4th consecutive loss and their 7th in the last 8 games. This slump has dropped them to 11th place, now 2.5 games behind the Warriors. With the highest payroll in the league and a star-studded trio of Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal, the Suns' struggles are beginning to label them as one of the worst super teams in NBA history. Warriors play a role in Suns' struggles. Phoenix is currently looking like a disconnected team, and there's a compelling reason for this: a whirlwind of trade discussions that swirled around the franchise leading up to the deadline. For weeks, the organization sought to trade Beal, but his exorbitant contract and a no-trade clause he refused to waive made it impossible. However, it's Durant's future that seems to be the bigger story for the Suns. The Warriors had aggressively pursued the two-time Finals MVP earlier this month, making a strong push that allegedly led the Suns to consider trading him before Durant expressed his dissatisfaction with the potential deal. Fortunately for Golden State, they pivoted and successfully acquired another veteran star in Jimmy Butler. But for the Suns, they now find themselves trying to move forward with Durant and Beal, all while knowing that their stars were almost traded away. Building chemistry in a fractured environment. How can Phoenix hope to build chemistry under these circumstances? The division within the team was further underscored by Durant's recent comments, where he referred to management as "those guys." This sentiment was echoed by three-time NBA champion Udonis Haslem, who highlighted the disconnect. Whenever you start referring to management as they, the bosses, and those guys up top, it signals a disconnect, because usually it's we and us. While the Warriors can't take all the credit for the Suns' issues, it's quite possible that Phoenix wouldn't have even considered trading Durant without Golden State's aggressive pursuit. Thus, the current disarray in Phoenix might not have manifested to this extent. As the off-season approaches, Durant's future will be a major storyline, especially if the Suns can't salvage their season and make it to the playoffs, a feat that, given their current form, seems increasingly unlikely. The Warriors' tactical maneuvers may have inadvertently set off a chain reaction that could reshape the Western Conference landscape for years to come. Continued impact on the Suns' future and the Warriors' strategy. The Suns' predicament is becoming more complex with each passing game. As they struggle to find their footing, questions about the future of their core trio loom larger. Fans and analysts alike are left wondering whether Durant, Beal, and Booker can coexist effectively or if a significant shakeup is on the horizon. Durant's recent comments hint at deeper issues within the organization. His reference to management as "those guys" suggests a rift that could hinder team chemistry moving forward. Udonis Haslem's insight into the nature of team dynamics underscores the importance of unity, particularly for a team with championship aspirations. If the Suns can't mend this divide, they risk wasting the immense talent they've assembled. Potential trade rumors heat up. As the season progresses, speculation about possible trades is likely to intensify. If the Suns continue to falter, the organization may be forced to consider shaking things up, potentially moving one of their stars to reignite their season. This situation creates a delicate balancing act. While they want to preserve their star power, the pressing need to address their current shortcomings could lead to drastic decisions. Meanwhile, the Warriors, riding the momentum of their recent success, are poised to capitalize on the Suns' turmoil. With their roster solidifying around stars like Stephen Curry and Jimmy Butler, Golden State appears ready to make a serious push for the playoffs. The dynamic duo of Butler and Curry, combined with the emerging talents of Podziemski and Moody, positions the Warriors as formidable contenders. Rivalry renewed. As these two Pacific Division rivals navigate their contrasting trajectories, the rivalry is intensifying. The Warriors are looking to establish dominance, while the Suns must regroup and rediscover their winning ways. Their upcoming matchups will be critical, not just for playoff positioning, but also for setting the tone for their future encounters. A victory for the Warriors would not only deepen the Suns' woes but also bolster Golden State's confidence as they aim for a championship run. In the larger picture, the ramifications of this rivalry extend beyond individual games. The outcomes could influence playoff seeding and affect which teams emerge as true title contenders. The league is closely watching how these two franchises adapt to their circumstances, and the decisions made in the coming weeks will resonate throughout the Western Conference. As the Warriors continue to thrive and the Suns grapple with their issues, one thing is clear: the NBA landscape is ever-evolving, and the next chapter in this unfolding drama promises to be nothing short of captivating. Will the Suns find a way to rally and reclaim their status as contenders, or will the Warriors capitalize on their misfortune to cement their place at the top? Only time will tell.